Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the RedSeat. I'm your host Diana, and today I have a few special guests and I'll have them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Christine.
I'm Kemiylah.
Alright, so today you might be a little confused because this is not the usual setting, but last week the RedSeat hosted a few men and they had them talk about disrespect in our generation. And so today we decided that we're going to have women come on and talk about disrespect. We're going to start our discussion by talking about why women are losing respect for this generation of men. And so, ladies, why do you think that is? Let's talk about it.
Okay, with that, I feel like it's not that women are losing respect for men, it's that we're starting to understand and know our worth. So, like, speaking on, like, let's say, like, my mom's generation, like, my mom would stick around for things that I wouldn't stick around. Like, the way my dad would treat her, those are things I wouldn't tolerate because I know my worth.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand what you mean. What about you, Key?
I honestly don't know. I really don't.
Yeah? Okay, so my thing on that is that maybe women aren't losing respect for men, but I think men disrespect women, and so women don't feel like they know that they don't need to take their disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I feel like we live in the generation of where women can provide for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like me, I got a job. Mm-hmm. I can pay my bills. I can do this. I can do that. Why would I tolerate disrespect from a man? Right. You know what I'm saying? And going off the other thing, you're saying like women are growing like their respect for themselves, and so they feel like they don't need to tolerate what other women tolerated before.
Right. I just feel like the more we learn our respect and our value for ourselves, like the less control the men will have over us. Because the more they see that we don't have respect for ourselves, and they see that we're weak and like we're down, you feel, and they just feel like they're gonna come and take that chance that they have to try to take control of us.
Yes. Okay, I like that point that you just brought up. You know why? Because no cap though, I feel like a guy will treat you how you treat yourself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I feel like if you have no respect for yourself, like I know it kind of sounds backwards and might sound off, but it's like, why would a guy treat you with respect if you don't respect yourself? Mm-hmm. If you don't value yourself, the guy won't see the value, you know what I'm saying, that you have. Mm-hmm. And do you feel like all women go through that experience, or like, why do you think some women, like, I don't know, undervalue themselves and therefore allow men to treat them with disrespect?
First of all, do you know what generation we live in? We live in a generation where media is like the center of everything. So if I'm trying to be a confident person, then I go on social media and I see unrealistic looking women, like not normal bodies or stuff like that, then yes, that's gonna question my value. Like maybe something is wrong with me. How come I don't look like that? So there's in this generation, women have developed more insecurities that they didn't really have before because they didn't really matter before. But now it's like, you have to look a certain way. You have to act a certain way for you to fit in or to be the ideal type. And then sexual appeal has become like a big thing in our generation now. Yeah. It's like every man, before they even look at anything, they're just going to look at your body like, does she have the body I want? Mm-hmm. It's like, that's all they look at. And that messes up the whole, like, it messes up us women. Like, it messes us up in our head. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. What do you have to say to that? Like, where does like the value drop in a woman's mind? Let's say, like, when do women stop having like a high sense of self-worth?
Like in a relationship with somebody?
Not even in a relationship, you know?
Just in general.
Just in general.
I don't know. I guess when people when you don't feel like you that much, like you don't have that confidence, because everybody have that one time a moment that they like, oh no, and then that moment they're like, oh yeah, like. Yeah, but
I feel like there's been times like where I'm just gonna speak like on like a real note, because like we're being real, you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's been times where, because I've always felt like I was like this confident person, like I know myself, I know my self-worth, like I know what I bring to the table type thing, and I just like I feel like even recently, like I feel like I've had like a low sense of self-worth, you know what I'm saying? And like I was thinking like, where is it coming from? You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to look back, like, is it this generation? Is it because I value other people's opinions? Is it because maybe I was like repressing some things that I didn't, like that I haven't fully worked through? And so I don't know. I feel like that's why I agree with you. Like when you say when you have a low sense of self-worth, other people see that in you. You know what I'm saying? If you don't value yourself, if I walk around not valuing myself, other people, like, it's noticeable to other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really hide yourself type thing. And so if people don't see that you don't value yourself, then they won't value you as well. And so I feel like, what can we say to women out there that are probably feeling like, oh, like I'm not really all that type thing? Like, how can women like build their self-esteem type thing?
To speak on that, I feel like for so long, I thought my confidence was based on how I looked, my appearance. But the older I got, the more I realized me having my confidence, like, I built my confidence based on who I was as a person. So instead of looking at myself physically, I was looking at myself mentally. What kind of person I am? Am I a good person? Am I kind? Am I loving? All that stuff is what built my confidence. So I was looking at myself inside to build my confidence. That's so much of how I look, my appearance and stuff like that.
And so for you, Key, like, we were talking about, like, building self-esteem, building self-worth. Like, how do you feel like women can do that?
I feel like the more you, like, show yourself love, you feel like actually worry about yourself instead of, like, you know, other people and care about what they're thinking. And it's actually just focus on yourself. Once you focus on yourself, like, and you learn to love yourself piece by piece for who you is and not, like, just certain parts of you, then, like, the more...
You're speaking to me. I ain't gonna cap though. Like, I feel like a lot of the time, sometimes, like, you try to hide certain parts of yourself that you feel like aren't desirable or worthy, and because, like, you're not fully real with yourself, you can't fully love yourself because you're hiding those parts.
Right. Yeah. I feel like as women, we're so focused on, like, cause this sex appeal. Like, I'm going back to sex appeal. This whole, like, guys always sexualizing us all the time. It's like now we feel like that's our best asset. Like, just our bodies, our best asset. And remembering, like, not every man's gonna think you look good. Literally, not every man. And at the end of the day, still, there's gonna be some men that think you look good. So you don't have to do the most. You don't have to always have to show your body. If a man really like you, he don't really care that much about those things.
Really don't care.
He really...
Yeah, that's a fact.
Just like how we put up with that looking crooked and stuff.
Like, that's big facts, right? Like, okay, so going back to the topic of disrespect, do you feel like us as women, do we feel protected by men, like financially, emotionally, all that?
No. In America, speaking in America, I don't feel like black women per se. Black women here, we don't feel feel the protection, especially if you live in a predominantly white area. You're not gonna feel no love from these black men. They don't care about you. They care about them little white girls.
That's big facts. No cap. Nah, for real. I feel like us as black women, we stand up for black men. We come
all
through
the time,
every
bro.
single
all
time.
The time.
During parades, during protests.
Yes.
When a girl comes for a black man, we stand up for our king. You know what I'm saying?
Period.
But will a black man do the same thing?
Right. When they're incarcerated, we raise their kids for them. What? All that. Black women put in more effort than black men do towards us.
Yeah, that's fact. And I feel like at the same time, they try to, like, bring us down. You know what I'm saying? They be trying to make us feel like we're not as desirable.
Or like colorism gets in the way.
My
like,
gosh.
you're light skin, you're dark skin. Oh, you're too dark for me. I don't want you. I don't want dark babies. All that stuff has to play in that.
It's so hurtful too. It's like, damn, like, okay, I saw this post. It was like, as a black girl, you can sit there and think a black guy is so fine, but you'll wonder, like, does he even like your race?
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? It's stuff like that.
Facts. There's more black women that want black men than there are black men wanting black women. Do I make sense?
Yeah.
That's true. And
it's so sad. So do I feel protected by black men or just men in general? I would say no. Absolutely not. I feel like men disrespect women, and I feel like men only respect women, not only, but majority of the time they respect women that they find desirable. You know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be, like, a reason, or, like, there has to be some type of motive behind it. Like, what can the girl do for me? And then once, like, they get what they want, they kind of start to disrespect the women. You know what I'm saying? But what do you think, Key? You feel protected by a man?
What do you think about these men out here?
I don't feel protected at all.
Why not?
Like you said, they prefer the white girl. So Let them
They
go for
do
the white
prefer the white
girls.
girls. It's
The white girls don't give them what they want. I'm
Speaking
not.
about Iowa specifically. We don't know about this other place, but we live in Iowa, so we're speaking about Iowa. Most of them
girl, we
want
on social
the
media.
white girls.
We on social media. You know them videos people be doing, like when they're like rating girls and stuff like that, and they be like, "Ew, I don't like black girls, darkies," like just stuff like that. And it's like, damn, like you're black. You know what I'm saying? Like a black woman birthed you, a black woman clothed you, loved you, took care of you.
You was breastfeeding from a black woman.
Bro, and you're sitting up
really
here
though.
like, black girls are ugly, black girls are ghetto, black girls are this. We set the trends, bro. The things that the white girls are doing is the things that we set.
Yeah,
You know
they want to wear their
One day,
extensions.
this guy told me he don't like black women because their vagina smells bad.
Like, how you gonna, how you gonna,
That to me before. That's crazy.
that's crazy.
Yeah, stuff like that.
It's just, I don't know.
Like,
If black women sat down, they were like, black guys are ugly. Saying,
we never bash them.
we
never
don't bash
sit
black
there and
men
bash
the way black men
Like,
bash us.
oh, they look bad. Like, their skin dark. Like, we don't sit there.
Like
and
when we
say
sit
things
down,
like
we
that.
talk about dark skinned men. Like, oh my gosh, he's dark skinned, he's fine.
Over
he's
look at his
this
little
and that.
chocolate self, like, ooh.
Right, but when a black guy sits down, he doesn't see a dark skinned girl's like, damn, she's so pretty. Like, I feel like even if he says it, it's out of like trying to be nice or like trying to be.
You're pretty for a dark skinned girl.
Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! What's the worst compliment you ever got for like?
That's the
You know what's crazy?
like, you don't look like this other black girls, or you don't. That I've had that. Like, you're not ghetto like this other black girls.
That's crazy, bro. That is so crazy. Cause I had this white, like older man come up to me because I used to work at this gas station. It was cool, whatever. But anyways, he came up to me and then he was like, "You're really pretty." I was like, "Thank you." Like he said it like in a condescending way. But I wasn't trying to be rude because he was a customer. So I was like, "Thank you." And then he goes, "I don't usually find like black women attractive, or I don't think they're usually pretty, but you're really pretty." Bruh. And you know how I am. Like my facial expressions be showing it. I didn't say nothing, but like I opened my mouth
Girl,
and I
your
was really
compliment is
shocked.
not bad. This white man once told me I look like a McDonald's employee.
Black women are so disrespected. Like I feel like on the hierarchy, like even like the world in general, they look down on black people, and then like black women, they see them as like the bottom. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like we're at the bottom of the food chain, and then black women are like literally under that food chain.
Literally. And I used to like feel like ashamed almost because like I feel like I used to be around a lot of white people, like, especially like going to like a predominantly white like high school and being surrounded by them all the time. I didn't feel like I was like really pretty just because I'm a black girl. You know what I'm saying? It's so sad to like say you're not pretty because you're black.
Right? I know what you mean.
So guys, as women, what do you think men can do to like earn back their respect? Because like this whole topic, we're talking about how men kind of disrespect women. What do you think they can do to earn back their respect?
I feel like because black women, just in general, we're alpha women. Like we like to feel like we're taking charge of our life. We like to feel very independent. We're just alpha women. We lead, right? That's in our natural, whatever the word is. But for like, I feel like we need more black men to be like that too. We need more black men we need more alpha black men that lead and take charge and know what they're doing. Not controlling. I'm not talking about any controlling type of stuff. But it's like, you know your place as a man and you know how to take care of your woman.
Ooh, I like that. What about you?
They should know what they want and like actually, learn how to communicate. Because some in their minds, they be like, "Oh yeah, I want her," but then they really don't want her. And they be,
girl, let me tell you something about that. Men know what they want. And let's say they like they have levels. I feel like men have levels, right? So let's say if they want you like 80%, they're going to put in 80% effort. If they want you 40%, they're only going to put in 40%. If they want you 100, they doing whatever they got to do to make sure you're good or they got you, whatever it is. So I feel like depending on how badly they want you is how much effort they're going to put in.
That's fact.
True.
Speaking on that, what did you say earlier?
I say men should, learn their place as men
and become alpha males. Why do you feel like we don't have as many alpha male, like especially Black men? Is it because of like just the way society treats them?
It's everything. I feel like it's everything. The way society treats them. It's like if you're in a country where you're always belittled, you're always treated like you're a savage or a brute. Of course, then you're gonna have personality issues, and then most people, there's not really like men in your life to lead you, because even like there's statistics that prove that like Black men that grow up in a home where there's a Black father or like a Black male role model end up being better men to their wives. So it's like they grow up in broken homes. So I don't blame them if they don't have they don't know what it's like to really treat a woman the way she deserves to be treated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to have that backbone to push them, like to show respect. Because like with my father, like he didn't have a father growing up, so like all his brothers and them was like on him to like, you know, treat females with respect, like don't abuse them, treat them this certain way, don't. It just the common things that should come towards a woman.
Right. Yeah. So I feel like we need more fathers. We do more Black fathers that are there for their kids. That's what we need.
That's what we really need.
Because those Black fathers are gonna stay. They're gonna set a trend. It's like a domino effect. If you're a good father, your kids are gonna be good fathers, and it's just gonna go on like that.
What can Black men do to create that in the future?
Oh, girl,
do we get the solution?
Girl, with the way America, because most black men are incarcerated in our country. The majority of them. So a lot of kids are growing up without fathers, and they're growing up in this cycle where the mother is their father and the mother. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that messes them up in the head.
So what's the conclusion? Are men disrespecting women? Do we not feel protected? Like, what is it that we're trying to come?
We definitely don't feel protected. That one we agreed on.
Yeah, we don't feel protected.
We do not feel protected.
We think that there needs to be more Black fathers. So as a Black man in this country, you see what's going on. And it's really hard, but it's time to step up, bro. And then I guess, like, just start respecting women more. I feel like women don't need to do certain things for you to respect them. You know what I'm saying? They be like, you got to dress a certain way to earn my respect. You got to act a certain way. You got to... Nah. It's like, it's just as a person. Just treat the next person right.
I'm just going to kind of contradict, but I feel like even us women, we could do better.
Yeah, of course.
So, like, I feel like we've gone like we're in a generation where we're independent, right? And then it's like some of us, we let that get to our head where we feel like we don't need a man in our life. But then at the end of the day, we both need each other.
Yeah,
we both need each other. Men control the world, but women control men. We have the power.
We really do.
We really do. But at the same time, we also can't be without them. So we need each other. So it's like we need to start feeling like we're like, oh, we don't need you. We can do whatever we need them too. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
Even us, we could do our part by being more supportive and letting the man be the man. I'm not talking about no controlling stuff, but a man could be a man, and there's a way that a man treats you that makes you respect him. You know?
Absolutely. It goes both ways.
I'm going to interrupt here in the background. I just want everybody to explain exactly, like, what do you mean by men respecting women? What does that mean to you guys? Because you keep saying men need to respect women, but you haven't really been clear
okay.
what that means. Can you define that?
Okay, so I guess, like, we're just going to define what respect is towards women. Like, you know how we're talking about men need to respect women type thing? What do they need to do in order to show that respect?
What does respect?
I don't know. I guess like show that you care. I guess like that you're in it 100%.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes men, they grow up with this mindset of like, I need to hide my emotions. I need to like be strong, quote unquote. And so I feel like the best thing I feel like they just need to open up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that shows respect. Like when you're like closed off and you're kind of like, I'm the man. Like I feel like that's very disrespectful. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you one thing: when a man loves, the man loves. The man changes everything about himself for a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like girls forget how much power we have. We literally have so much power. Like a woman going to get a big fancy car is not for him. It's for the woman. He's trying to attract as much women as he can.
Yeah.
So he's doing everything. He's going to the gym trying to have this perfect. He's doing it for the women. Trying to get the money right. He's doing it for the women. It's like we forget how much control we have.
But we didn't define the respect.
But respect to me looks like a value, in my opinion. Valuing me as a woman. Like, where do I stand? You know, like, are you gonna treat me like I'm behind you, like, or am I side by side?
Mm-hmm.
Like, does what I say matter to you?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's what I'm going through.
Like, important to you. Like,
when I cried, are you hurt? I need you. When I'm hurt, I need you to be just as hurt, bro.
Feel my pain.
If I'm telling the tea, are you interested in the tea? just that. Just that you're my partner. You know what I'm saying? Like you understand me. I agree with you. Like I feel like women, we do forget we have the power, and sometimes like we tend to like try to stay in the woman's place in order to like.
Imagine if women in the whole world were like, "Hey, we're not giving you none." Men would go crazy. We're just like, nobody
they will go crazy. They will start acting. That's it. They will start showing chivalry. They'll start being respectful.
They gonna be, the addiction gonna come out. They gonna become crackheads.
Literally. But yeah. I guess
what does respect look like? I feel like we still need to define it more. What does respect look like?
What does respect look like? I agree with what you said. Like respect looks like treating me as if I'm a priority to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like, yeah, you have other things going on in your life. You have friends, family, all that stuff. But like you need to also treat me like I'm just as important. You know what I'm saying? But like once you reach that level, obviously.
Right. I feel like respect to me is you're treating me the way you want to be treated. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like if you don't like when women are like only looking at your body and they think that's the only thing that matters, then don't treat me like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like,
and also like don't be looking at, you know what I'm saying? I feel like just little things mean respect. Don't be looking at other girls. I mean like you can look at other girls, but it's like every single second you're
pause. I have a question.
What?
I feel like yours is more on a relationship thing.
Oh,
or are we talking about just in general respect?
I'm talking about just everything.
You're talking about more relationship. I'm kind of confused.
I was talking about kind of like relationship.
And like you need to be more specific about that. Because I feel like it's confusing. Yeah. I'm sorry. What?
No, you're good. I agree with what you said. Treat me the way that you would want to be treated.
I feel like we still didn't define respect, bro. That was weak. The definition of it. Can we redo the whole respect thing?
Okay. So guys,
I feel like that was weak.
We need to.
It's like we didn't know how we want to be treated.
Because it was like you was stuck. Because like no one ever asked that question before.
Yeah, no one really asked that question. So what does respect look like?
What does respect look like? Treat me like I'm on the same level as you.
Yeah. For everything should be equal.
Right.
Yeah. Whatever you feel like you should have a decision on, I should have a decision on. Where can I speak?
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. You know, but some men say that men and women aren't equal, which like to some degree is true. Like we not equal as in like we don't have the same value, but just like we're different. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so like they feel like there's things that men should have a say on that like women shouldn't.
Biblically speaking, I feel like for me, it's like don't treat me like I work for you. Treat me like I work with you.
Okay.
Two different things.
Yes.
Just like how God said she'll be your helper. Doesn't mean she works for you.
Yeah.
You guys work together. She's gonna help you out. You guys gonna be like
you need her, bro.
Right. Like
need her.
So it's like treat me the way you would want to be treated. Like we gotta be on the same level.
For real, you want higher power. You gonna be treated like a king. I'm gonna be treated like a queen.
Right. There's nothing wrong with treating your girl like a queen. Cause if you treat your girl with respect and you show her love, she's gonna respect you back. She's gonna show you love. You're gonna be important to her. You're gonna matter. Like she's gonna take your opinions into consideration when she makes decisions and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and just disrespecting women by putting them down, by calling them names, like being called, especially in like musicians nowadays. It's like
they say anything, bro.
They say anything, and we always put
especially 21 Savage.
No,
it's like she boring. I was like, bro,
they just stay putting us down. And if a woman does the same, like he gave it was boring. It's like, oh, women are becoming disrespectful. Women, like city girls, it's like, they think they think they this, they think they're that. But you guys have been doing that for years. So if you think it's not okay for us to be more like that, then it's not okay for you guys to be more.
There's like a huge double standard of like, oh, I can sleep with this many women, but you can't even kiss another guy.
You can't even look.
Why are you looking? It's ridiculous. But yeah, I agree with you. Like we need to be on the same plane. Like that's where so that's respect.
Just that's respect. Open the door for me. There's nothing wrong with that.
For real. Show your little
gentleman. Be a gentleman. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Shoot.
All right. So ladies, I feel like we pretty much got this whole topic covered, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So I think that we pretty much got this whole topic covered. Before we go, I'm just gonna have you guys say your Instagram handle so that they know where to find you.
All right, I can go first. So I'm Christine again, and my Instagram is _miss.exotic.
Period.
I'm Kemiylah, and mine is I think love_Kemiylah. I think it is.
Yeah. You already know mine. I'm just playing. Mine is spit_wisdom. No, you don't. Anyways, we're gonna say bye now. Bye, y'all.